and welcome everybody. I am super excited for today's Crafty Fun with Friends. We are up to episode number 17. And today we're going to do a bit of coloring, my crafty friend of mine and I, and just a couple of things. So Cynthia is joining us today, and I'll give her a moment to introduce herself in a bit, but she is on the Greeting Farm design team, and she was able to get our crafty little crew here a discount code. So if you haven't already taken advantage of it, please do, because it's a very generous 30% off of Digis. And we did confirm it's not just one. You can pop several into your cart. And then here's a link to the Greeting Farm in case you are new to the company. And here is the coupon code that you want to use if you want to buy anything at 30% off. It's very, very generous of Marie, the owner of the Greeting Farm. And so thank you, Marie, for extending our group here this coupon code. It is, Cynthia, it ends today, right?
Yes, only through
Okay.
today.
Yeah, so it's good through today. So be sure sometime today, if not now. But with digitals, you can buy it now, print it off, and then you could be coloring along with us. So that's the beauty of digis. So Jay says, "Oh, I know, I bought 8." Okay, so Jay has tested this for us, and we know that you can
Yay,
buy multiple digital images, and
it worked.
it works. Yeah. So, hi, Danny. Welcome. I see Cindy is in the chat. I know Alyssa's in the chat. I need to scroll back because Alyssa was the first to be on here. There's a comment from Alyssa. And I saw Heather. Lynn is here. Yes, Cindy. It's pretty. I'm guessing you're looking at that screen right there when you're referencing all the coloring. So welcome everybody. Delise is here. Delise, Amber Girl. Hello, my friend. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Elisa, for popping in another comment. And so I'm super excited, especially since I struggle on these live streams to finish a card, and that is not today's goal. Today's goal is just to do some coloring. So I'm a happy camper. And before we get too far underway, though, while I still remember to say it, please do hit that like button. It does help the stream while we are live and as well on replay. It helps the stream get discovered by other crafters out there who might be interested in this live stream. And so by hitting that like button, you're telling YouTube, hey, this is content worth watching. So please do share. And speaking of sharing, if you could actually hit that share button as well, if you are on social media, share it out to Facebook, share it out to Instagram. And that way, perhaps somebody was intending on catching us live and they've forgotten. If they see your notification and your story and your post, they might actually be able to catch us while we're still live and get to hang out and chat with us and all of you in the live chat as well. So I see Terry has come on. Hello, Terry. I'm actually home on a weekend. Yay! I know you've been having so much fun on your weekends out, and I don't blame you at all. We've missed you too. So glad that you're here. I see a lot of talk about tacos. I'm just trying. You're already making me hungry. And Delise started this, so I see a lot of tacos here. She just finished her tacos. Yay for tacos. Oh my. Oh my. Thank you for sharing, Elisa. Appreciate it. Okay, so without further ado, let's introduce my crafty friend, Cynthia. Cynthia, by the way, happy Nurses Day. Today is
Oh,
actually National Nurses Day. It's also National Scrapbooking Day, so we have a lot to celebrate. So thank you
yeah.
for for being a nurse and doing what you do. Your job is so incredibly hard, and it's amazing that you said you've been a nurse for over 25 years? Uh,
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
one of those OG nurses, I think.
it's amazing. Much. Well, tell us a little
Oh,
bit about yourself and what kind of crafting you like to do and where all we can find your makes.
sure. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining today. So, my name is Cynthia. I go by RN Jetta, and I was just telling Lynn that that name is just stuck with me for over 20 years of crafting. I was a stamper and then a scrapbooker, and now I'm back to card making and dabble in a little bit of here and there with paper crafting. So I'm glad to join everybody. I've been with the Greeting Farm for a few years now, and I think I've been chosen to be on the design team only because I've been stalking them for so long, and I've purchased pretty much most of their stamps even before I was on their team. So it's been an obsession of mine, and once I start an obsession, I can't stop. So it's just been ongoing, and it's this is feeding my addiction. So thanks for joining.
Yay, lots of love for you in the comments, Cynthia. Lots of yay for nurses. Um, oh yeah, let's see. I don't know how to pronounce this. Would it be Boog 315 says, "Yay for nurses. Didn't even know it was Nurses Day. Fellow nurse here. Oh, yay! Happy Nurses Day
Yay!
to you as well." You know, I didn't know until I saw somebody post it on Facebook.
There's
So,
actually it's a whole week of nurses, so it's Nurses Week starting today through the
oh,
12th.
Nurses Week. Oh, good. Yeah, you all
So you have
deserve
time.
more than just a week, I think, but I'm glad you're getting at least the the whole week and not just a day.
And it's also Teachers Week as well. So this May has been like scrapbooking week and Nurses Week and
Oh,
Teachers Week. So lots of celebrations this week.
oh, that's awesome. I didn't know it was Teachers Week. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
So much to celebrate.
Yes.
Okay, Danny says she was the one who started all the taco talk. Of course, Danny, because you've been sharing all the Cinco de Mayo cards, and every card I think has had a taco on it. So I've been craving it all week.
Oh, those taco
So
cards are so cute.
yeah. Um, awesome. So, oh, okay. Question from Elisa right out of the gates. Wonderful. Thank you for dropping your questions in. So, Elisa asks, how do digi stamps differ from just printing out coloring pages or an image to color? It doesn't. It's pretty much the same. Wouldn't you say so, Cynthia?
Oh, pretty much. It's really just about coloring images. Doesn't matter how you get them, but coloring therapy is for everybody. So,
Okay.
and but if you're, it depends on the medium you're using for Copic coloring. You need to use Copic safe paper. But if you're printing out regular page, just pay attention to what you're printing on.
Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
point. Yep. Danny has decreed that it's going to be taco week. She just made that up.
I agree. I agree. Every week should be.
Oh, Elisa says that her son's girlfriend is a traveling nurse. Oh, they have a tough job too.
That's really
Just
tough.
yeah, having to travel all the time, and usually traveling nurses are they're there because of shortages, so I'm sure it's,
Mhm.
like, really slammed anytime, anywhere they have to go. So, um, yeah, that's kinda crazy. So happy, Nurses Week, happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Delise Stamper Girl says it's also Asian Heritage Month, so happy
Oh,
Asian Heritage to, well, the 2 of us and anyone else out there who
okay. How
celebrate.
ironic. I had no idea. How funny.
Yeah, you have so much
Who
to
would-
celebrate today.
Yeah, what a great Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, Elisa says, "Yep, shortages." Yeah, so it's gotta be tough
Mhm.
when your son's, girlfriend has to pop in because I'm sure it's, like, super slammed. There's, like, not a slow day for her, basically. So, yeah. Danny says, "Happy all the things." Absolutely. Um, Meg says, "Welcome, Meg. Hi, by the way. So glad you're here, my friend. It is therapeutic to color. I am loving my Copic markers. Oh, yay! Awesome. So let us know in the comments if you are coloring and what you're coloring, because you don't necessarily have to be coloring the greeting farm. Cynthia and I are going to be because we're fans. Cynthia's
Yeah,
been stalking them, as you can tell by her
like
screen. That's
this has been an obsession that's been going on for way too long, I think. But
oh
it's not
wait,
as
no, there's no such thing as too long.
that's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Before we get started, Elisa actually looked it up. She says Cleveland, Ohio Taco Week was April 10th to the 16th. There's actually a taco week.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. So folks are chiming in. Let's see. Okay, Meg is coloring the greeting from Mermaid. Oh, it's
Oh, very nice.
yeah, Mermay.
Mermaid.
So cool. Oh, good. Heather fixed her printer, so now she can actually print a digi if she gets
Woo!
one. Woohoo! Terry is coloring Anya in South Korea. Oh, how fun. I don't have any of the traveling Anya yet. Yet.
There's still time. Still
Yeah.
time.
I know, I gotta get that sorted out today. No, but they don't have traveling Anya in Digi, do they?
They don't.
Yeah,
It's all in clear.
yeah.
Mhm.
Danny's not coloring, but she was popping in to say hi because she has to leave, but she does color almost every day, which is phenomenal. I wish I set aside a little bit of time to
Me
color.
too.
I'm
I
surprised you
only
don't.
do
You don't?
I only do weekend crafting since I work so much during the week. So,
Oh. Well, you are
but
very
make up.
productive on your weekends because I see a lot of beautiful cards coming out from you. Lisa says, "I'm coloring a bicycle die cut." Oh, how fun. Cece
Cool.
is watching and chatting today. Wonderful. And Heather says she's going to be coloring mermaids. Meg says, "Happy Mermay." Oh, Jay's got a full-on scene. He says he did a scene from Build a Locker. Oh, that's
Oh
kind of cool.
yes,
Yeah, I saw that one.
it's a very cool digi set.
Oh, yay, Nina. She says she checked out the greeting farm and downloaded a couple images. I put in Cricut to downsize and cut out. Awesome.
I've never done that. Does it cut? So Cricut lets you upload and then you cut it out that way. That's pretty
There
cool.
is a way to it so it doesn't scan and cut like a brother, but there is a way to do a print and cut. I haven't mastered it. So Nina might have to tell us more about that. But she hopped right on that. So for anyone new joining, and for my mods who are in the chat, if you could help occasionally remind people that the greeting farm, we do get a coupon code for 30% off. It does run through today, but it will end after today. So just want to make sure that that for anyone who wants to take advantage, that you don't miss that deal. So I just typed in the code again, and it's only good on digis, but there are lots of digis to choose from. So check that out if you haven't already and you are interested. And let's see. Oh, Stamper Girl would like to know, where in the US are you, Cynthia?
Stalker. I'm in Vegas.
She's
Are you
in Vegas.
coming over? Come over.
Yeah, if you're inviting, I'll come over because you cook a lot of good-looking dishes.
I
I've
do
told you
bake. It's
before, I
craft
wanna be
therapy.
your neighbor.
My neighbor actually gets a lot of the breads I bake, so that's good. Yeah,
I
come on
know.
over.
I figure as much. I figure you're very, um, kind of friendly, sharing kinda neighbor, so
Yeah,
I
we
can
can't
come over
possibly
at
eat
craft,
everything.
you can come over at craft, use my supplies, and bring over some of your
Yeah,
goodies.
it's a date.
Yay. Um, so, let's see. Cindy's not coloring, but she wants to learn. Wonderful. Yeah, that girl right there, Cynthia, she'll teach all of us a thing or two, I'm sure. Pass on a couple tips. Nina says, yes, you do need to do the yeah, so it is called print and cut. And Heather did confirm, yeah, you can upload it. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Lynn's just listening today, working on a birthday card, but there's no coloring on that one. Are you using die cuts? um, yeah. Stanford Girl Delise says, trying to figure out where all the baking is happening. Yeah, you're going to have a bunch of us crafters like knock on your door one of these days.
Bacon craft.
Yeah, we're going to be like, feed us. All right, so how about you tell us share with us a little something about what all you've got on your table there and what you think you might be coloring today.
Sure. So I have, I'm surrounded by all my favorite things. So these are images I've colored through the years, and I kind of keep on hand so that if I want to have a card, if I need a card, that they're ready for anything. So these are things that I joined Kathy Rakusen's 30-day color challenge. So a lot of them are for that. So that helps. So you get 30 done in a month, one a day. And so I have plenty of things to craft with. And I love the greeting farm because it gives you a chance to practice. Look at all this hair, the square
Yeah.
foot, the area that you can practice. Um, it has more than most of the other stamps that are around. So
Yeah.
um, I really love that you have so much time to practice on these the hair.
Yeah, it's great for skin tone, great for hair because of the big
Mhm.
heads.
Right. And I started like like maybe 10 years ago. And, like any art form, it takes time to learn. And learning the skin tones and the color choices and all the things. I have favorites, and I have all the Copic markers, but you certainly don't need them all. I only use like a few of certain pinks, a few of the blues, a few of the greens. But I do use a lot of the skin tones, the earth tones. Um, so you can color different hair types, skin tones, skin colors. Um, they're really just fun to play. And sometimes I color the cards according to who the recipient is. So it's all
Very
really fun.
cool. It must be so nice to have a stash like that. I wish I had so many colored image to just dip into whenever I needed. Welcome, S Pro. Hello. She says hi to everybody. Let us know where you're joining from. Just curious. I'd love to know where in the world folks are joining us. I'm always really surprised when we get our occasional international viewer. So love that. Danny says that speaking of the challenge that you mentioned, she hasn't done one of those in a while. And Danny says, I like those types of challenges. Maybe I need to do one. Oh, I think
Maybe we
Danny
should.
might start a challenge, a coloring challenge. That would be awesome. Cece said she made a peanut butter cake, and that sounds delicious.
Ooh.
Oh boy, the chat is already making me hungry. We've talked about tacos, now we're talking cake and a chocolate glaze. It's just there's a lot of yumminess going on in the chat. S Pro says, my name is Sophia. Hi, Sophia, welcome. And she's from Denver, Colorado. Oh, not too far from us. Oh no, Delise, you've got us on the big screen. That's cool. That's all right because my face isn't showing, so that's good. I'd be scared if
Neither
you
is
couldn't
mine.
see.
That's
Yeah. Meg wants to know what challenge we were talking about. What was the name of the 30-day challenge? Who ran that?
it was Kathy Rakusen, and it was her 30-day color challenge. But she hasn't done that in so long. But I always look
Yeah.
forward to it because it inspires you to do something, a little bit of coloring every day. So for someone that colors only on the weekends, it made me have to do something on the weekdays, which,
Yeah.
even after a hard day of work, I still could go home and have some coloring therapy.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
But
Danny
then again,
already colors every day, so I think she's the
bless her
perfect
heart,
person to pick up the mantle and do a 30-day color challenge. So, hint, hint,
I would
uh,
love that.
Danny, she
Let's do
said
it.
she might. She said she might. If we're really nice, maybe she'll do it. Um, okay. So that's pretty awesome. Do you know what you're gonna be coloring? It
I
looks like
don't.
you've got some stuff stamped out.
I usually have stamps already stamped, usually for these occasions. So this is the Anya combo sets 1 and 2 here. If you haven't picked it up, it was a pre-order. So I printed or I stamped these out because again the hair is so much to practice on. So I thought I would do a couple of those or one of those or if anybody had any suggestions.
Yeah, well, maybe flip through, do a slow flip, and we can ask the live chat if there's any interest in seeing any of these. Just tell Cynthia to stop, and she'll. When you see one you like, tell her to stop.
So this
Hi,
is
Don.
look at all this
Welcome.
hair. Oh my gosh, so much hair. So I stamp 2 at a time, with
Yeah, that's
my
a good idea.
C. And I stamp on Hammer Mill 100 pound cardstock, which is my favorite cardstock.
Yay, me too.
Yes. So here's one with a cute little hat and again all that beautiful hair, lots of surface area to color. And here's one with her little bag,
Aw.
and then one with a hoodie. And I see you colored a couple of those as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I
here's
have these are
picture.
from that set.
Yep. I kind of do a few at a time just so they're on the ready. And this is
Yeah.
the big Anya, the first one, the big Anya kit.
Ooh.
And I used to, when I first started collecting the grading farm, it was the red rubber. So I had a lot of red rubber in
Oh,
drawers, things that I
adorable.
prepared, all those things.
Okay, we have a request
Oh,
from Sophia. Can you color the one with the coffee or the Sailor Moon hair?
this is this the Sailor Moon hair? I don't coffee.
Let's see. Think
Oh, the
this
big.
think this is the Sailor Moon hair with the
Oh, is that the
buns.
one? Okay,
Sophia, let me know if that's the one.
this one right here.
I think so.
Buns and pigtails. Okay.
Buns and pigtails. Let's see if is that the right one though, folks? Is it that? It's been a while since I've seen Sailor Moon. Or is it the one just the buns? Buns and pigtails. Okay, so Elisa
Got
said
it.
buns and pigtails. Okay, we're getting lots of yeses. All right. Thank
So
you.
then,
All
so
right.
are we choosing to do light skin and blonde hair for Sailor Moon, or how?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's put it to the chat. What set is that in my hand? Hold on, let me answer this question. Chat, let Cynthia know, do you want, what skin tone do you want? Light, medium, or dark? And what hair color do you want? You can see on her screen, she can do it all. So, so let her know in the chat and let me answer this question from Terry. So, and especially since I think what Cynthia is going to be coloring is from this set. So this is the Greeting Farm occasionally puts out these large, like this is A4 size stamp set, and they are called big kits. This one is Anya Combo 2. And Anya Combo is, I think it was originally released as vinyl stickers, but there was, I guess, a high demand to have or make them into stamps. And so Marie released Combo Kit 1, and I think of the 9 original like vinyl stickers, there were 8 in the combo kit, and the one that was missing, I think, was the coffee one. And so there was a lot of, I guess, again, demand for the coffee one to be included. So she found a way to give us a combo kit 2 that has all 9, and it's sort of like all of the others from combo kit 1 are slightly different, so it's not like you're going to get any duplicates. So So that was one of the nice things with it's kind of like how what she's doing now, I think, with rebooting some of the older red rubber stamps and making them available in clear stamps. She's not going to just replicate it. She's going to actually kind of update it, change it a little bit. So if you do have the original and you pick up the reboot, there's something a little bit different. So did I get all of that right, Cynthia?
Like, you're perfectly right. Everything's
Yay.
just yep.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see what folks are saying. Elisa has no preference for hair or skin. Sophia says blonde, light skin. Meg says light skin, strawberry. Ooh, strawberry blonde. That's interesting. Jay says that personally he likes vivid hair, but blonde works. Ooh, blazing red hair. Do you
Whoa.
have? Do you have a? Yeah, you've got some redheaded gals
I
there.
do. And my husband is a redhead, so that's one
Oh
of my
yeah.
favorite color combos.
Oh, yay! So you have like a model to reference.
Yeah. So this is actually a what is this one? This is a Some Odd Girl, long time
Oh,
ago. So this is colored, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. That's very
that's
old.
awesome. That's so
So I have a few
awesome.
red.
Ooh, Danny's got half an hour, so she's gonna color with us for a bit.
Oh,
Yay! Let
yay.
us know what you're coloring, Danny. Oh, Terry, the other thing I wanted to mention is that usually the kits, they go on pre-order when they are released, and if you don't get it during the pre-order period, um, they're not like generally always like in stock and kept in stock. But the Green Farm does have wholesale out to other retailers. So if they sell it on their website, sometimes it's possible to get the big kit from other retailers. And I know Artful Angel is a retailer of the Greeting Farm. So you might be able to find it at the Artful Angel. And Delise, I think, has a coupon code for 10% off.
Oh,
If she
cool.
wants to pop that in at the Artful Angel. Um, and so, uh, Delise, if you want to message me I think your coupon code will give you the affiliate credit for it. I hope. Don says, I'm sorry, did you say these are from? Yes, it's The Greeting Farm. And let me pop a link to The Greeting Farm since if anyone's new, there's a link to their digital image page. And the reason why I linked directly there is because Marie, the owner of the shop, is um, extending to our Crafty group a coupon code for 30% off. So there's the coupon code. If you see anything you like, this isn't a sponsored stream. I just invited Cynthia, and the way that my Crafty Fun with Friends live streams go is I always ask my guests, hey, what do you want to do during our stream? And Cynthia said, I want to color. And I said, okay, let's color the greeting farm because I just bought a bunch of stuff and I need to color
Sure.
them. So okay, so oh good, Artful Angel is ordering tomorrow. Oh, I'm reading this, but I'm not showing it. Artful Angel is ordering tomorrow, so get there tonight if you want to pre-order this. Yeah. So Meg, Delise, somebody put in your discount code so that folks can grab it if they're interested. Sophia, if you already pre-ordered it, it should be coming your way. Um, well, the kit number 2, do you mean the latest one, the newest one that came out? Because one just came out, right, Cynthia? The reboot?
Yes. Reboots just was pre-ordered from 1st through the 7th, I think. So I think
Yeah.
it's still available for pre-order.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you'll be able to use the code for not the CYN for Cynthia, short for Cynthia. CYN 30 coupon code is just for Digis, Sophia. And if you did already pre-order, I don't think you can retroactively go back. I don't know if you can cancel your order. I'm not sure how that works. But I'm gonna color from combo 2 as well. And while you pick out your Copic colors, Cynthia, let me describe a little bit about what I'll be doing today. So you can sort of see I already have some things colored, and here's what I wanted to show. And if I'm ambitious, maybe I'll get both done. But I'm gonna color this gal. I've already colored her with my alcohol markers. I don't have a big range of Copics. Actually, I have Ohuhus, which I love quite a lot, but I do have a fair bit of the skin tones, and so these are the markers that I used to color these two images. So I've got some skin tone, 3 of those, and then just 3 other colors and a gray. And I wanted to show the difference if you don't have a lot of alcohol markers or you're just getting started, how it looks if you color something flat. And I've just taken the lightest color in my 3 color range and colored everything flat, as opposed to coloring with some blending, finding a mid, a light, and a dark. And I'm going to take the flat image up a notch and I'll do it from scratch here so that you can see it, and then we can compare and contrast. But I'm going to color this stamped image flat, just like this, just solid color, not going for any sort of shading. And then I'm going to color over it with color pencil and add my shading with color pencil over top of alcohol marker. And this might be a way for folks who are starting their Copic collection or just getting started in alcohol markers. And I think sometimes it can be hard to find blends, especially if, let's say, you started with like a small set of, because Copics, Ohuhus, most brands will have sets that you can buy of markers, and there may not necessarily be sets that have a nice 3-color light, mid, dark blend. And so if you're just getting started and that's what you have, if you have color pencils, and you can get a cheap set of color pencils for not a lot, you can just color flat, which I think is kind of cute. It's just a different look, but it's a very almost sort of comic book, because comic books, I think, are often very flat colors. And so it's just a different look and aesthetic that I don't think one is any better than the other. But if you are trying to get some shading and some dimension and you don't have a lot of alcohol markers, I'll show how to kind of bring some of that dimension in with color pencils. So that's going to be my approach. And I'm gonna. Oh, what you got there, Cynthia? Oh, that's your Copic journal.
Yes, that's been years in the making, but I don't know if it's ever going to be finished. But there's that. So these are actually all digital stamps that I put together. You kind of just layer them on. I used Photoshop to kind of just paste them on all the digital ones I had. And my goal is to have this as the cover, and then put together just my color combos. But again, those are things in progress that never seem to happen. But for me, I've used this. This is from Sandy Allnock. This is her. Let me turn it over. But this is her chart. So these are all the colors of the Copics. There's 358 Copic colors, which took me about a few years to collect all of them. But she orders them in a way that's related to one another. So even though the numbers are close to one another, they may not be close in the shades. So if you have a B04 and a B02, there's a BG02 that is close to that. So if you wanted to do a tricolor combo there, that's close.
Oh, that's awesome.
So So it helps a lot with choosing colors. And truly,
Cool.
you really don't need all the Copic colors. You just need three. You need a
Yeah.
mid, a light, and a dark. And then once you have those, you can just blend, and then you can have that dimension.
Yeah, and that's what I recommend to anyone who wants to start any marker collection really. Um, find the colors that you think you're gonna use the most and then get a 3-color blend. And that way you have that so that if you want to do, the style of coloring where, you have some shading, and then you've got your 3 colors there. But if you do have color pencils, you can always get multiple different colors and then do what I'm gonna show, and extend kind of your marker range that way. So Jay had a question for you, Cynthia. He wanted to know, do you know what set has the folks with aprons? He sees it on your cover.
For this cover,
I think
or
so. Is there somebody who has an apron wearing an apron on there?
I don't see one with an apron.
Oh.
Um,
It was on your cover. Do you know any set that has folks with aprons? Is it the house cleaning one? Chores? Something
yeah, there's
chores?
Chore. This is Chore de Anya right here. So she's got a little headband. So it's this one, and then this one up top. One with curly hair, and one with straight hair. So she's the curly
Cute.
one.
Cool.
Is that what he was
Okay.
asking? So yeah, it was the Chore Anya.
Okay.
And there's also a build a laundry that goes with that as well. Build a laundry room. Did
Oh,
you?
there's a build a laundry also, Jay. Okay.
And there's a
I think you answered it because Jay said thanks.
okay. There's
Cool.
a build a craft room one too that I love so much. But
Oh, adorable.
it would if you put it together and it looks like your craft room, that would be really cute. Anyway,
That's so awesome. Okay, so before you get started, I'm just gonna start my coloring because I'm gonna start by coloring flat, and there's nothing special about what I'm about to do. But I'll put myself in the big screen just to show you what I'm doing, and then I'll throw it over to Cynthia because she's got some techniques she can probably share with us. All I'm doing, I took the lightest of my 3-color blends, and anyone who does color Ohuhu, there's my 3-color blend. But I'm gonna take the lightest. This is light to dark, and all I'm gonna do is color. Like I'm not even being, all that careful to get it solid. So that's all I'm gonna do. Just color one layer with alcohol markers. They are transparent, so if you color even with the same, marker, if you color over the same area, it will get a little bit darker. And, so just keep that in mind too, because you can actually do quite a lot with just one marker color, just by being careful to either go over an area just the one time or go over it 2 or 3 times, and there's a little bit of a range that you can get there. So really simple flat coloring. I'm gonna continue to flat color everything else, and then, I'll throw Cynthia up on the big screen, so she can maybe tell us the color combo that you're using and maybe your approach to coloring.
sure. So I usually start with the skin color. So we're going to do a light skin tone. So this is the triple combination that I use for light skin. Usually it's E11, which is the darkest, E00, and E000. So these are the earth tones. And for, I was going to choose red hair since you chose blonde. So I'm going to try some blazing red hair.
Yay!
So it's one of my favorites. So it would be the darkest would be EO7, and then EO8, and then YR15, which is a yellow red 15, and YR31.
Oh, interesting, there are earth tones.
Because there's some
Oh,
reddish tones. So, and this is where
interesting.
Sandy Elmont's hex chart is handy because you wouldn't think they would go together, but they do. So, like E95 is like a more orangey tone, and it blends well with YR02.
Oh, very cool.
So for the skin tone, I usually do a base of the lightest, which is E000, just to lay the color down and for the other colors to blend. So we just go around and
So you do the entire face, not
I
just
do
one
the
little
entire,
area?
and which is different from what I do with the hair, which I start dark and go light.
Yeah,
But
me
I always,
too.
yeah, I always want to put the base, so it doesn't have to be colored all perfect. Just lay down that color, put some wet liquid down on the paper so the other colors can grab onto it. So it takes me about like 30 minutes to do one image. So this is E11, which is the darkest of the light colors. So I just do a little shadowing around the hair area. And truly, for my coloring, I'm really not an artist. I can't draw. I can't. Um, this is why I rely on stamps. I'm not very artistic when it comes to that. I know what I like, but I don't know anything about light source. I'm like, I don't know what that means, and so I don't know where light's coming from. I'm just assuming it's coming from above, and that's what works.
Yeah, when I stopped caring about light source, that's when I started enjoying my coloring more.
Right. I
Question
don't know.
from Meg for you, Cynthia. Could you go over your red color combo again?
Sure. So this is EO7, EO8, YR15, and YR31. So then I take the middle earth color, E00, and I pull that dark color into the face so it blends. And I don't color under the chin there. I just kind of leave that. And I just pull that color down and blend the dark with the medium together. And just gradually bring that down to the chin. And then I take the lightest color again, and then I blend back into the face so colors can blend better. So to add more dimension, when you choose the 3, do 4, which has more dimension, adding a darker color. So even though I use the E000, E00, and E11, I'm going to choose to add E04, add more depth into the face. So I add that also to just highlight here and just the lightest touch of a shadow. And while it doesn't show up, has a lot of color right there, it does have that effect of a shadow.
Pretty.
And again,
So
I'm no expert. I just like to play. And yeah, when I first started coloring with the hair, I was telling Lynn, like all I did was flick and flick and flick and flick. When you can't flick anymore is when you practicing. And then when you're doing your light touch here and you're flicking into the air, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But the more you practice, the more it looks kind of decent. So then I'm adding back the E00 and dragging some of that color in to the face, just a little bit more dimension.
So on something like the face, how many times would you say you've gone over like that same kind of area?
So I'm done right now, and then at the end of all the coloring, I might go back and do some up to see if there's anything missing. So that's it. So maybe twice I
Oh,
go.
okay.
So then for the hair, so I always do. Oh wait, I have to do the rest of the skin, don't I? So usually I do all the skin. Neck here, her arms, and her bare midriff there, her leg. the 11 again. So just add some shadow under her neck and where that bag would be. And here her shirt. And then under her belly. To the 00 E00. And truly, if you're starting out with Copics, I know they're very expensive compared to other systems. You just need the 3. You don't really need a lot more than that. So when I first started, I had a triple set of black hair, brown hair, blonde, an ashy blonde, and then I would add on after that. And it took me about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where sometimes it feels like you want all the colors, but then I think sometimes it gets harder when the more you have, because then you don't know which colors to use. And
Right.
I sometimes feel like when you're limited, then you can sometimes do a little bit more with what you've got. And you don't have like decision paralysis of like where to start and what colors to start with. So
It definitely, you can be more creative with less.
yeah.
However, I do have full set syndrome. So even though I don't need them, I still want them. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely share that problem as well. But but not with Copics though. I don't have the full set of Copics. So um there's at least there's that, cuz Copics are expensive.
Yes, they are. So Meg, I'm so sorry to tell you the wrong code or the wrong colors. It actually isn't E08, it's E18. It's E18, E07, YR15, and YR31.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think I just grabbed the 08 there on accident. But so you wouldn't think that these colors go, but if you're going to do dynamic red hair, then this would be it. A lot of reds and that's a reddish tone brown. So with this, I'll choose an area of hair. Like I won't color at all at the same time. So I'm going to start with her buns. And then I start with the darkest, E18.
Oh, actually, you know what? Cynthia, if you read out the numbers again, I can put it in
Oh,
a little ticker at the bottom. So
oh, great.
E18,
E18, E07,
E.
YR15, and YR31. And that's from darkest to lightest. So again, I'm going to take a section of this hair and all I do is just some light flicking from the edge of that hair. So flick, and then I flick again this way so that the colors are facing each other or pointing at one another.
Okay, so the color blend that Cynthia is using is scrolling at the bottom of the screen for her dynamic red blazing hair. And we have a question from Lynn, question from a new colorist. When blending, are you looking for colors close to each other in tone, or can they be somewhat different? I struggle knowing which colors I can blend. That's a good question. I'll field that as Cynthia is coloring. And I honestly, the answer to that might not be what you prefer to hear, but it really depends on the style of coloring that and the aesthetic that you like. Because if you like, there are lots of color, like comic book coloring, where it's very blocky. It's blocks of colors. It's not even blended, and you get a lot of two different colors side by side with each other. If you like a more smooth blend, then it's easier to achieve a smoother blend if the colors are a little bit closer in value. And that way you can go from a dark to a mid to a light without any lines or streaks. But some colorists like the look of something that's a little bit more dramatic. So that's my yellow Ohuhu blend, and there's I have my blue one here too. Bookmarked it. So there's my blue where it's a little bit more the difference between the lightest and the darkest is a little bit more pronounced as compared to my yellow, which is a little bit more subtle. So it kind of depends on the look that you're going for. So there's that yellow in context of hair, and there's the blue in the context of jeans, which for jeans I like that because you know how you have like that sort of acid wash kind of look with your jeans. I feel like that works well to have such a difference in value, but where you're gonna really feel that 3D the 3D-ness of something is when you do have some nice range between your lightest and your darkest. So the thing that I think, I don't have the nice hex chart. I wonder if Sandy Alnick does it for Ohuhus. I'll have to look. I think maybe somebody said once, but I do. So this is the 216. This is a swatch chart of the Ohuhu markers, and this one was put together by Mary Polanco. I think I purchased it off of Etsy. And she's done something a little bit similar where she's actually put them in order of what colors are close enough in value that they blend. And so if you're trying to achieve like a 3-color blend, you could I think the digital PDF file to buy it, it's probably just a couple dollars or something. So you could actually get this and then pick your color choices because now Ohuhu even sells open stock individual markers. But they are very affordable, so you could pick up the whole set for not a lot of money, and wait for a sale, and they'll come down even more, especially on Amazon. And then there's some strays down here, like these are like little singletons where she couldn't really fit them. And Ohuhu released another 104 colors that I don't have yet. That takes the full color range up to 320 for brush markers. I think there's more than 320 if you are getting the felt, the fine tip. But I always prefer the brush in any kind of alcohol marker because, like Cynthia was said, the flicking technique is a little bit easier to achieve with a brush tip than with a felt tip. Um, what is Danny posting? Oh, are we sharing our coloring in your group? Oh, yes, please do. And thank you for the reminder. Thanks, my friend, because I forgot. I meant to do this. If you are new and you have not already joined my Facebook group, it's called Crafty Fun with Friends of LV Handcrafted. I dropped a link in the live chat just now. And please do share what you're coloring today if you are coloring, or what you're making today if you're just crafting and listening and hanging out. So thanks, Danny. Can't wait to see. And we might bring up what you post. It might be after you leave, but let me know if you've posted and we can bring it up and check out what you've colored, which is something that I love doing. Before we end our stream, anything that you share to the group, just let me know that you've posted and I'll bring it up live so we can all have a little sneaky peek before we close out our stream. So Lynn, I hope that kind of answers your question, and maybe a resource for you, Mary Polanco Designs. I think I got it off of Etsy if you are coloring with Ohuhus. And and I see your question about selling my swatch book. Girl, this took me forever to do, so no. But, um, but I do think that, bye, Danny. Thanks
Hi,
for
Danny.
joining and coloring a little. I will post it now as I finished her. Oh, okay. And so she's off to make some supper. Fabulous.
Tacos.
Yeah. um, so I color in the same order as you, Cynthia. I also do skin and then hair and then everything else.
Yes.
Is there a particular reason why you do it in that order?
I don't. I don't. I don't know. I've just done it this way for so long. Like, why do I do it that way?
I'll tell you
Um,
why I do it that way.
why?
Because if I mess up on like the skin, I'm gonna start over. And
Oh,
I
there you
don't
go.
wanna start over after I've colored in like other areas.
That makes sense. Maybe that's
So
it for me too.
yeah, so I do like the hardest part for me because skin I feel is the hardest part. But it's also the part where I really like to try to get it super smooth.
Mm,
Where clothes and especially hair, because there's texture and there's color variations, like, if it's not smooth, that's probably all the better. So I'm more likely to mess up on hair
hmm,
than anywhere or on skin than anywhere else. So, if I don't like the skin and the face, I prefer to just start over.
makes sense.
Yeah, so then I don't waste any coloring effort.
There you go.
Is anybody else like that? Maybe it's just me.
Does anybody else color with Copics? I see Meg and Danny do.
Um, or alcohol do you wanna know alcohol markers in general or Copic specifically?
So I really want to learn other Copic blends, but again, I don't.
Oh, you're on the hunt for
Yeah,
for new
and just
blends.
they
Yeah,
sound very interesting, and they seem to be cost effective. But then,
they're
it took me this long to figure out how to do Copics.
well, if you're looking for, more color range, which I don't think you necessarily need considering you have the full, the full set. But if you are looking for that, definitely you can supplement and mix and match your alcohol markers.
Well, that's true.
So even blending within one color to another, like I'm mixing and matching in the sense that I'm using Copics for my the face and then a hoo for everything else. But you can mix and match in the sense of um like if you had a gap, you had these two yellows in a hoo but you had a gap and you just want to fit in, you can fit in any other alcohol marker. The formulation, everybody's formulation is going to be a little bit different, every brand.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, they're all alcohol based. So you'll get some blending between them and you can mix and match.
That's true.
So,
So, how you're doing your color pencils? I also add dimension with color pencils as well. I use Prismacolors.
yeah, that's what I'm using.
Oh, okay, so this is an old set too. So I try to grab a color. So for this one, since it's red hair, I'm going to grab kind of like a reddish pencil and then just try to follow the lines that I've already created. And Delisa's question, do I leave white space? I do leave white space just for highlights, but then I add more dimension with colored marker or colored pencil, and it looks like strands of hair.
Yeah.
So I add this in as well. So I used to, when I colored hair, I would like cover the whole head of hair. But as I, have grown to color, it's just really the flicking and the strands that I put in there. I don't color every part of this head of hair here, and then just add um, the strands in.
Yeah, and I love that because I feel like that's, like, almost a signature style of yours to see, some of that white
Yeah,
of the cardstock. So that's what I mean by, like, kind of develop your own, style as well and do what aesthetically appeals to your eyes, and because I do color everything, and get solid color eventually anyways. And so everybody's gonna have like a different just play,
yeah, and that
and
works too.
yeah, because there's no right way to color something. So I think it's just work with it until you kind
Right.
of develop something that you like, and that's what's most important, I think, with coloring. Is I know so often we kind of see other people's works and compare ourselves to
Mhm.
other folks, but try not to. It's hard not to, but try, because I think you'll find you'll enjoy your coloring more if you're coloring for yourself and not for, kind of that external validation, which we all want, of course,
I
and
think
that's fine. It's just don't let it take away from your fun.
so. This is the I don't know if it's blazing red hair, but it's the same color scheme I used for this one.
Oh, so
Uh,
pretty.
so I added more orange and yellow in the hair, so it always looks different after you're done.
So pretty.
That. And then for the face, I also add some chalk for her cheeks. And I tend to keep things for 20 years. I think I've had this forever, and I refuse to get rid of it.
You
The
and
end.
delete, man.
That's all right. When something works, I mean, look at this. Look how sad this looks. Look, I've dropped it a few times, and I try to piece it back together. It's like the Humpty Dumpty of my shop. Well,
So, is that like, soft pastels, or is that different from pastels?
it says chalk, so I have no idea
Interesting.
for a pastel touch. So yeah, I think it's
Okay.
by Chalk Tea, and I think it's a company that no longer exists. So there's
Yeah.
that. So I add
Yeah.
some cheeks, some little
Little
makeup.
blush.
Yeah, so choose a pink with my little tool here. I think people use this for other things, but I use it for for these little pom poms.
Oh,
I
cute.
put it right there, and then I just rub it on her cheeks.
Oh, how cute. That's a fun way to get, like, a little bit of blush on her.
Mhm.
How fun.
And someone told me just throw that out. I'm like, no, I'll keep something
Oh,
for
no way.
works forever for me.
That's just the thing. Coloring media doesn't really go bad, you know? So you don't have to there's no reason to toss it if it's still working.
And then I add some highlight little freckles.
Oh, you got your gel pen out?
Gel pen action here. Just put 3 dots right there.
Cute. You are a fast colorist, my friend.
Am I?
Yeah. I
So
thought I thought what I was doing was the faster technique, but I think you're ahead of me.
well, because I'm not coloring the whole head of hair. I'm just using, some of that.
Oh, well,
So
I don't know. I think you're just, you know what you're doing.
I think once you get the tricks or your way of doing something, it's just easier. And I don't really steer far from that. Um,
Yeah. Well,
so I'm
that's
gonna color
definitely
her.
that's there is something to be said for just the more you do it, the better, the better your outcome's gonna be, but also the faster you'll get. But take your time and do what you enjoy. Um, so I have not been paying attention to the
Oh
chat.
gosh.
So Danny says, oh, she's still here. She does mix her alcohol markers. Yep. And Elisa says she uses Art Skills brand. They are inexpensive, but I have found no skin tones in that brand, just basic colors. Yeah, check out if you're looking for an inexpensive set. Ohuhus are fabulous. Or just if you know you want to get into like coloring and you don't mind investing, I would pick up just a few Copics in the skin tones. I think those are fabulous. Um, so yeah, lots of agreement in the chat to not toss not don't toss it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um okay, so here's where my little girl has I've just added some color pencil to flat alcohol marker to give her hair some dimension. So again, it's just those flicking motions like Cynthia was saying. And what's great with color pencils is you can sharpen them to a nice fine point. And and that helps you to get those strands of hairs and all of that texture. So if you like doing critters and fur and all of that good stuff, then consider getting some color pencils, and you don't need the most expensive thing out there. Um, there are a couple brands that I wish I shared in our group. Starjoy is one of them. It's a good oil-based color pencil, so more in line with your Faber-Castell pencils. And there's another brand, the name of it escapes me at the moment, but that's a little bit more in line with the softer color pencils like your Prismacolors, but both of these super inexpensive. Like we're talking maybe $20 for a set of over 100.
Not bad.
So yeah, tons of color range. Now, the one thing that I will say with what I am doing, this technique, is that the alcohol markers like a paper that is smooth, like the paper that both Cynthia and I are using, because you're using Hammermill 100 pound, like the color copy paper, yeah?
Yes, the
Yeah.
cover stuff.
Yep. So that's the same as what I'm using, and it's great for alcohol marker coloring because it is super smooth, and so that's going to be good on your brush marker tip and your marker nibs as well. But it just helps you to get a really a nice blend, and the ink, you can actually like see the ink moving as you color, and so it's really great for that. But color pencil though is actually prefers a little bit of tooth in its paper. So they are a little bit at odds with each other. But you can make color pencils work on a smooth paper. You just won't be able to necessarily layer as much um, onto your paper with color pencil, but then you probably won't need to because you already have that foundation, a little bit of that base color with your initial alcohol marker coloring. So um, that might not be as much of a problem as if you were to try to color an image from start to finish with color pencil on a super smooth cardstock like Hammermill. So I'm just trying to kind of smooth out the skin a little bit, and I've got, again, like a mix of um, color pencils from different brands, and I use the lightest color in my Copic blend for this girl. And so now all I really have to do is just go back in with some darker color pencils to add some shadows, like, around the edges of her face. So that's my approach to this particular coloring that I'm doing. And I won't necessarily say it's any faster, but because for me, color pencil coloring takes a while. I don't know. Do you do you color entire images, Cynthia, with color pencil, or do you only
You
use
know,
it?
I've tried, and I've tried to use it on craft cardstock,
Mhm.
um, but I'm not sure about it when I go over the image with the color pencils. There's a shine. Is there
Yeah.
supposed to be a shine?
Yeah, and
Well,
some people kind of like that, but I see have to go not eat tacos.
oh
Oh.
man,
Um, oh, okay. So, barely getting coloring. Oh, good. Yeah, so Sophia said, she got the hoo-hoos. Yay! Glad you're liking them. And yeah, I agree with Delise. We're all learning, right? Like even Cynthia said she would love to learn some new color blends. So if anyone wants to drop some new red blends in or skin tone blends in, I'm sure she would appreciate. Um, but the one thing with having the color pencils is that it may not be faster necessarily in terms of how quickly it takes to color an image, but it might extend your color range. And if you are having some troubles kind of doing that three color blend with alcohol markers, this might be a more forgiving way to get some highlights and shadows on your piece. So you can kind of take your alcohol marker coloring as far as you can get it, and then maybe do some finishing touches, kind of like what Cynthia did with her hair. She added just some finishing touches. She still did a three color blend, but she did some finishing touches with color pencil.
and really, I'm all for all colors going together. Even though you want them to be close, you can totally blend. Just like for all the mermaid fins that are going on right now. I mean, the ombre look from one side
Oh yeah,
of the
yeah,
fins to another. I mean, they all go together.
yeah. That's a good point, but I feel like that's harder. Yeah?
Hmm.
No?
I would just when I do the mermaid stuff, I would go from one end to another. I'm trying to look for
Oh, I think Cynthia's gonna go find us an
for
example.
people. Yeah. But no, so I think I gave away those mermaid cards to friends. But when I colored the birds with this card, you kind of have to do an ombre. So I do a darker green up on top and a darker purple under here, and they kind of meet in the middle. Um,
Oh,
Same here and same there.
that's cool.
So the blues and the teals and the oranges, and they really
Yeah,
all go together.
yeah. So really, there aren't any rules.
There really isn't.
Not with
There
us.
isn't. And
We're
learn
this
your
is a
lesson.
safe
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, this is a safe space for coloring. To color as you wish.
Yeah,
Blend whatever you want.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
So it's all
cool.
about the process. It's really just
Well,
about enjoying it
yeah.
and talk about therapy for sure.
100%. Yeah. I think that is a lot of Are you done?
I think so.
See, she's so fast. Look at that. I'm not done yet.
I might take this micron pen, which is archival. Sometimes when I don't stamp as dark as I
Oh yeah, yeah.
like, I kind of go over the eyes and the lashes just to
You
give it more.
know, you know what I do for that? I use a black glaze pen,
Mm,
and I go over the, where's my oh, here it is. I was like, "Where's my colored image?" It's, like, right next to me.
mm.
So, let's see, let me swap us. So, I don't know if you can
He's so
see,
cute.
there's, like, her the if you use a black glaze pen, there's a little bit of a shine. So, I, like, color everything in black, and then I re-add the white with a white gel pen.
Aha.
Yeah, and then everything looks, like, super, because it makes their eyes look super alive,
Mhm.
and, I forget who, I didn't come up with that myself. Somebody, I saw somebody do that, and, I was like, "Oh, I like that. I like how that looks." So that's the other thing is, just, we're 2 people, but check out other crafters and other videos and see how others approach their coloring, um,
So
and play with it and see what works for you, because sometimes what works for us doesn't work for you.
so sometimes when I color images, I put them in these, I put them in my little 9, um, pocket baseball cards. So, and sometimes I play with colors. I'm like, "Oh, that doesn't look very good," but I'll play with that, add more colors because I don't wanna waste. But,
That's
there's
so
any
cool. Look at
oh,
all of that. That's amazing.
like practicing where to stamp someone's glasses. Like, "Oh, that's not center, but that's okay, I'll use it." So, like even this, the way I colored then is so different from how I color now.
Yeah. What has
They're
changed?
pro. Um, the flicking, and I
Mm,
colored most of the hair. I think I did a lighter gray as a base there instead of leaving a lot more space.
yeah.
And here practicing with the wavy hair. So
Oh, how
everywhere there's a
fun.
dip, you should have a dark um, color there.
So pretty. I love
Um,
your baseball collection sleeves
I know.
for your coloring. How
Oh my
awesome.
goodness. I'm just the holiday Anyas over here. So I'd love for all these reboots to happen for the greeting farm. Like I think they're gonna do Floor Anya is gonna be
Mm,
a new one, but
how
you'll see the difference,
how fun.
dating everything.
Oh, I don't think I ever finished saying what I was
Oh,
started to say about the shininess.
oh yes.
Sorry about that. I you'll sometimes get that because that's they call it wax bloom.
Ah.
And if you're layering a lot of wax base color pencils like your Prismacolor, you can get a little bit of that glossy, waxy finish. And that's just, the wax buildup
Huh.
from the color pencil. And I think you can well, I know you can remove that from solvents like Gamsol,
Mhm.
um, which helps to remove some of the fillers, and then you'll end up with like a smoother finish in general of your color pencil work.
Hmm.
So I think that also does break down some of the wax too, so that it leaves more of the pigment, and that's where that's coming from. Um,
And you know so much about that. I have no idea. That
Yeah, it's not because I went to school or anything for this, but, when I, like, go to buy something, I like to do a lot of research. So,
that's pretty
I
awesome.
I can't necessarily do all the things, I just, like, research the things.
I think if you're investing in something, you kind of want to have to research.
Yeah, and, I mean, part of me is there's part of me that always kind of wants, the best, but really it comes down to the best of what I can afford. And so, not everybody can afford Copics. I know I can't afford the whole collection. And I know a lot of folks like you and Danny have said that, well, I mean, you've been collecting it for like years.
Years.
So, yeah.
So,
Um,
if anybody wanted to grab these digis, these are digis that they come like in their underwear, and then you
oh,
add clothes to them.
they come in their underwear.
Yeah, so you can have her wear different things. Kind of fun.
Adorable. Oh, that's so cute. I did want to bring this up because um yeah, so Jay said, "Yeah, I stopped coloring for like a month after someone didn't like it." And I I've gone through that too, Jay, just when you get, even if they weren't intending on necessarily being mean about it, but when you get sort of that negative comment, it does kind of take some wind out of your sails. And Sophia says it is hard sometimes when people are critical. I know I've gotten my feelings hurt, but I just try to remember I'm so much better than I was, and I'm improving a lot the more I keep coloring. That's a really good point, Sophia. Thank you for sharing this, because we're all sort of at different stages in our coloring, and we all have different goals for our coloring. So not all of us wanna be, like, photorealistic colorist, and that's completely fine. And, the re I don't know about rejection, but sometimes, the comments here and there that might not be the most complimentary, I think just you we it's hard to not be affected by that for sure, but try not to be, just because, th they may be at another place in their journey of coloring. They may have a different aesthetic completely from yours, and so art is so subjective, and, what's beautiful to one person, another person may not feel the same about. So that's why I think color for yourself, and as long as you're happy with the outcome or your progress or whatever it is, and as long as you're enjoying yourself, like Cynthia was saying, it's a bit of color therapy just to kind of sit down and do a little bit of coloring. So, definitely don't let don't let anyone kind of, bring you down, and and, you just keep coloring, and you do you. Oh, Elisa's heading out too. I'm heading out also not to eat tacos. Have a good evening. Alright, enjoy the races, Elisa. I think she's watching the Kentucky Derby. Um, yeah, so yeah, so I finished. It looks like you're finished. I'm finished. Yay. Um, okay, so I just wanted to show, here's a side by side of like coloring with shading alcohol marker, and on the left, and so this is all alcohol marker. This is the lightest color in alcohol marker with um color pencil work on top to do all of the shading and dimension. And there's differences for sure, because alcohol markers are so like vibrant. So you may not be able to get that exact same look, but you can still get quite a lot of dimension. And this I used one, two, three, four colors of alcohol markers. This on this side, I used all of these.
Oh wow.
I use, because each one has a three-color blend, right? So,
Mhm.
for this one, I used 3, 6, 9, 12, plus my gray for her shoes. So 12 colors for this little gal here versus 4 plus my gray, so 5. So for half the markers, you can get, you know, I mean, half the markers plus color pencils, but you could get some shading, and you can go darker if you like for her sweater to match a little bit closer. But so don't feel like you have to have all of the markers out there. Don't feel like you have to have the exact right three-color blend. Um, use what you have. Maybe pick up an inexpensive set of color pencils and kind of supplement your alcohol marker coloring until you can build up your collection and find the three-color blends that work best for you. So can we get a close-up, Cynthia, of your finished
Sure.
coloring? Aw, that's
I
so
also
adorable.
wanted to say, reiterate what you said about, everybody's journey with coloring. And really the important thing is that you enjoy it and the process. And, as much as we want to see pretty things, we also want to enjoy um, the actual doing of it because it really is therapy. I think we're all creatives, and when someone gives their opinion on and in a way that's cruel and mean, that's not a way to encourage artistry and creativity. I say just do what you want to do and keep
Yeah,
doing it. Stick it to them. Like
stick
Delise
to them.
said, she said they can go fly a kite for real.
Yeah. Oh, I
There's no
missed that
reason for that.
comment. Did somebody say that? Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, whose butt do you want me to kick, Jay? I can do that. I'm like 5 foot tall, but I can reach someone's shins if you want.
Yeah.
Ah,
You let us know, Jay. No. Um, yeah, don't engage, just let it roll off of you,
let it
right?
roll
And you do you, and you keep coloring, and you keep enjoying yourself.
for sure.
And oh, thank you, Lynn. She says, also great, ladies. Thanks for sharing. Awesome. And I agree with Cindy. Yeah, even constructive criticism can be hard to take. Yeah, 100%, Cindy, because I am always appreciative of constructive criticism, but because at least it's actionable, and there's something that you can do, maybe to to address a particular thing, but it's still hard to hear. So I definitely hear you on that. And then Cindy does also says that's actually a problem for me. I am intimidated and not a big fan of such vibrant colors. Oh yeah, so maybe do well, here's the thing with what I've colored. So this is all alcohol plus color pencil and then just flat. But so there are alcohol markers that aren't um particularly the pastel collection from Ohuhu does give you these softer colors. Not and but I blended it with some really strong reds in Ohuhu, and so that's what gave me this blend. But in the and for I think the mark of a good alcohol marker brand is if they have a good set of pastels that are still um like really pretty and soft and not super saturated, which can be really hard to do, I think, for an alcohol marker. um, but if you prefer the look of something a little bit more subdued, Cindy, maybe look for pastel ranges, because I think you might you might find something that's a little bit uh, hits your aesthetic a little bit better. Um, let's see. So Terry says, I used to offer to let people who criticize my piano playing at church on Sunday play the next week. No one ever took me up on it. Yep. Yep, yep. Alright, so I think somebody posted, so I'm gonna actually share that. I did bring it up. So check that out. Somebody's crafting mermaid.
There you
That's
go.
so cute.
Isn't she so cute?
This is cool. So this is Heather. Thanks for sharing, Heather.
It's another greeting form image. Very cute.
Oh, is that a digi?
Um, I'm trying to remember. There's so many digis and so many. I think it's a clear stamp. One of the sets.
Heather, let us know what set is that? Oh, Meg posted too. All right. Thanks for posting, friends. Let's check out Meg's work. Um, oh.
Look at the pinks in her hair. The pinks and purples. That's gorgeous.
This is so pretty. Is there glitter? Or is this embossed? It's embossed.
Oh,
Is it
fancy.
embossed? I don't know. Why is it shiny? I need to know now. Oh, she's a Sophia says it's from a big kit. Oh, okay, cool. I need to know, Meg. Is it shiny just because of how the right? Because but this is a digi, right? Cynthia?
Remember, there's so many.
Oh no, Meg says no, it's just the shine from her camera. Oh, it looks embossed. That's so funny. Uh Gorgeous. Beautiful. I love the texture that you have on her the scales on her tail. That's gorgeous. She's rather risque, huh? Cynthia, there's so many greeting farm images with like bare midriff and
I
she's
know. I have never noticed that she's topless.
topless. I was like, "Oh, this is so cute. I
Oh,
can make cards for my nieces." And I was like, "No, she's topless. My
you
brother
can
would kill me."
you can edit it in.
Add it. Yeah, I guess you could draw in some straps or something. I'm no artist. I can't draw a straight line. Oh, I love it. Meg says, I thought of putting a shell on her, but she's au natural. Oh,
Oh my
that's too
goodness.
that's too funny. Yeah, I almost picked that one up. I might still, but I was thinking about making mermaid cards for my nieces because some of them have birthdays in May. And then I saw this and I
Maybe
was
not that
like, um,
one.
I don't know. They're still kind of young.
Oh,
Oh,
there's the digilocker.
are you seeing it too? Okay, good. Sometimes I'm looking at stuff and no one else is seeing it. This is pretty. I like your little swatch test there to check your blends. Wow.
Are those ohuhus? I can't say that. Is it
Ooh.
opens or
I think Jay's got some Spectrum Noir. He's got some Ohuhu. Um, I like it.
aren't those
See,
digis fun to create a scene? They're so much fun to put together.
yeah,
You can add whatever you want.
so much easier than masking.
I'm no good at masking. I like to trim the stamps and add it on a page. Danny's creating her backgrounds. I'm like, no, pattern paper. It is. Oh, there
Oh,
she is. Isn't that cute, Marissa?
oh, that's adorable. That's just gorgeous. Oh, this
Look
looks
at
like
how
it's
she
gonna
does the
be an
fin.
ATC. It looks ATC size. Marissa. Oh, I haven't is she's a stamp, I'm guessing? A clear stamp?
Hmm. Yeah, I think she's a single stamp.
Okay. I love the texture, just the dotting it along
Hmm.
her, the tail. Her That's cool. So
She's got shells on.
yeah, see? She's it's, um, still, like, strapless, but that's fine. Still
There you
covering
go.
yeah. That's so funny. Let's see if there are any more. Oh, this is from Jay earlier, but I'll bring it up because it's
Oh,
cute.
is it Halloween time? Oh my gosh, I'm so late on my holidays. You should try to Christmas craft all year, but okay, she who ought not to be mentioned, not be mentioned. That's so funny.
That's funny. Wacky Wednesday. Happy halfway to Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
I did not realize
Is
that was
it?
a thing. I
Oh man, you're on time.
You're making us all feel behind, Jay. All right. Oh, so awesome. Thanks. Everybody here colors so fast. Great job, everybody. Beautiful. Let me know if anyone else is planning to post. We can hang out for a moment or two. Man, Sophia knows like all of the sets. So she says that one was Sunkissed.
Yeah.
Um, like, wow, you've got them all. I think that was Danny. Was it not Danny's? Was that which one is Sunkissed? Oh,
How cute.
Nina, this is so sweet.
Good for wedding cards.
She's gonna go back. Oh, so Nina's gonna do the skin last. I
Oh,
I I, I would not be able to brave that because I'm so bad with skin tone. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, these are digis that you can get. I recognize her. Cute. And she's got like the little like purse chain, like the little keychains and stuff hanging off her purse. That's adorable. So pretty. Love seeing everybody's coloring.
I can't wait for Danny to put together a coloring challenge. That would be cute. Oh, there's Korean Anya. Anya in Korea.
Oh. Oh, look at that, Terry. Wow. That is
So is
so
that
pretty.
watercolor?
Yeah, she's using watercolor markers. Gorgeous. I love the teal.
Oh, you know what? I actually did my nails in teal in honor of you today. I was like, oh,
Oh,
and
that's
that's another hobby that I
so
started during the pandemic. Do my own.
oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank
Like,
you.
oh, big
I was
deal.
gonna say, I was like, I love your nails, but I was like, oh, well, this we're about coloring here. Let's not derail.
That's part of my coloring thing too. Like,
Yeah.
so
Sophia, anyone can join. There are just a couple of questions, and you just need to agree to the rules, and somebody will approve. Um, I have some of my group mods in the chat, so if they see your, are you gonna post soon? Yeah, do join. We'll hang out for a little bit so we can see if you did color and you want to share. And I'll keep an eye out also if you join the group. Um, just let us know. And my group mods, can you be on the lookout to see if Sophia joins? And yeah, Terry, love so much. Your watercoloring is gorgeous. I've never watercolored skin. I feel like that's
perfect. The shading and the pink
yeah.
cheeks, very pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. There's
Oh,
and I think yeah, it's watercolor markers, so very cool.
so what stamp or ink did you use for that? Was it not Memento? I think that that'll bleed, right?
Yeah.
Work.
For watercolor, you want a pigment-based ink, and so VersaFine is usually my go-to for water-based coloring, and then for alcohol-based media, you want to use a dye-based ink, or if you don't want to have to care and remember, then you can use hybrid inks. So these are the two hybrid inks that I like, the Nuvo and Gina K Amalgam. So they are usually good for both. Um, alcohol marker or water-based coloring medium. So
I really like the Gina K, but it's really hard to find for me. Is there a place that you get it from? It's always like out of stock on
oh,
Gina
really?
K.
I think I got it on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I do so much shopping that's like 90% on Amazon. It's usually a good bet that that's where I got something. So I can I can say that with about maybe 80% confidence because I don't think I've shopped Gina K directly from her website. Um, so yeah.
I've just used Memento for so long, and it's just easy to get. But I haven't even seen it at Michael's in forever either. So I don't know.
Oh. Oh, somebody's gonna fussy cut.
Sometimes it's easier than just throwing it through the scan and cut.
Yeah, I'm
But
surprised. I'm surprised you're fussy cutting because you have such good luck with your scan and cut.
that's right. You're traumatized.
I've had my struggles. um, Terry says she stamped with VersaFine Clear and heat set with clear embossing powder. Oh yeah, that's a great way to go. And for both also, because if you clear heat emboss, it's the stamped lines will be protected from both water-based and alcohol-based, so then you don't have to worry. Okay, so I don't know if we have has anyone else posted? Let me check real quick. I want to give Sophia time if she was planning. I love seeing everybody's coloring. So fabulous. You all are so talented. Okay, I don't think I see anything new. So let's see. Oh, now there's oh boy, the enablers are starting up a conversation about Gina K products. Well, thanks so much, Cynthia, for joining and doing some live coloring. I know that it's hard to color and talk at the same time, so I really appreciate that
Thank
that
you
you
so much
came
for
and
having me. It's
yeah, of
been fun.
course. And you are welcome to come back anytime and craft along and whether it's coloring or making something, I am game. So hopefully we haven't scared you off of
So
live
this is
streaming.
actually the first time I've actually I don't really speak in my YouTube videos, but I usually just do coloring. So thanks for bringing me out of my shell there.
Yay! Well, you did fabulous. So maybe you can do some voiceover videos,
I'm
little
gonna
coloring
try.
tutorials.
Yeah, everybody should grow, right? And even if it's not the best, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
My own journey, like you said. It is what it is, and everyone else can go fly a kite per that's
I
so fun.
I had no idea you were so spicy. I love it. Okay, so Cindy says she posted a non-coloring project. Okay, let me pop on over and look for that. Just do a little refresh here. And all right, Cindy. Um, oh, where did it go? Thought I saw it. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can't wait to see. Oh, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. This
Ooh,
is this is from Cindy. So it's not fully assembled yet, but this is what she's been working on during our stream. Look at all the layers.
that is fancy. And does it fold into a card? How does that work?
I think it's gonna be a box card. Um,
Very
'Cause I
cool.
see some glue tabs here. I think this right here is gonna be the side, like can you see my mouse when as I'm moving it?
Mhm.
Okay, so I think this is the side, like, these are 2 side panels, and then these glue tabs will get glued to it.
Look at the, dimension on the moon. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, really pretty. It's so bright. It really looks like, it's moonlit. It's beautiful. Um, so okay, so Sophia says it says pending. Okay, yeah, Sophia, you do need to answer the questions and agree to the rules. So, yeah, the moon really is it is glowing. Yep, yep, she's making oh no wait. I love box cards. Just finally bought a die. Oh, cool, Meg. Can't wait to see our box cards. That's awesome.
So it's a card that makes it into a box?
Let me see if I have one on hand. I just made one. Where did it go? Oh, well, I have these. I'll show you these. Um, so it's not gonna be exactly like this, but this might give you an idea.
Okay.
So, like one of these. This has a bottom.
Which flattens out when you mail it out, right?
Yeah, this can flatten out. It has uh did I glue it? Oh, I glued it. Hold on. Okay. Um this is a Tonic Studios die set, and this one's really cool because it has a die that cuts out these tabs for gift card holder.
Oh,
Um and it has the bottom so that you can keep it like always open like this. But if you're making a card to send, usually they like fold
cute.
down.
Super cute.
Yeah, so I think that's I don't know if she used a die though, if Cindy used a die on that. Um, but there are ways to make these little this is my little coffee one.
Cute, cute.
This is I
That's
kept
your
this
shop.
That's my shop. It's teal, it's brown. I love it. So, oh, interesting. Okay, so we're having a hard time getting Sophia in. Um, let's so don't worry, Sophia. Once you're in, we'll all just post and we'll all get to see it. Sorry, we can't really bringing it up live here doesn't seem technology isn't always on our side for these things, but we'll figure out how to get you into the group. Um, and hopefully we can get that sorted. Um, oh, let's see. Let's see if we can figure this, do a little real time troubleshooting. It only gives me what kind of crafting. Yeah, okay. Scroll down. I think you're seeing the questions. You just need to scroll down and accept the rules. I think you're pretty close. Maybe we'll hang out for a moment. So while we're hanging out for a moment, be sure to, if you haven't already, hit that like button. And as well, if you like Cynthia's coloring, maybe pop on over to her Instagram page. I dropped a link to it again in the chat. And you can check out all of the beautiful cards that she makes, and she also posts a lot of the things that she bakes. So if you want to see some yummy breads and all sorts, you shared a soup that you made and lots of goodies. So there's Cynthia's Instagram page, so pop on over if you like what you see. I'm sure she would love if you followed her. And as well, today we were coloring with the grading farm. And so I'll go ahead and pop that link into the chat again as well. And for anyone who is interested, the 30% off of Digis is available through today, but it will end today. So if there is anything that any of the digitals that you're interested in picking up, now's a good time to do it. It's not just off of one. Jay said he bought 8. So so take advantage. And thank you, Marie, for extending such an amazingly generous discount to our Crafty Fun group here. So really excited. I'm gonna pop over to the Facebook page again just to do another refresh to see if Sophia's in and if she's posted, but I don't think I'm seeing it. So let me check. One sec. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I don't think that sorry, Sophia, I'm not sure if we can get you in. Oh, try one more. Okay. Delise, just let Sophia in. I think she's trying hard to accept the rules, and maybe technology just isn't on her side today. So if you could just approve that one, I think that would be great. Okay. All right. So Sophia, give it another try, and I want you to be able to reach out to me somehow if you are trying to get into the just comment on this video when it goes on replay if you're still not able to, and we'll try to get you into the group. We're a friendly group, so it'll be great to have you as part of that community. And then I live stream every Saturday, so hopefully we'll see you here next Saturday. But I always kind of give little reminders in my Facebook group just because everybody's busy. So I always appreciate when all of you lovely crafty friends spend a little bit of your weekend with me and with Cynthia today. Thank you so much for spending your weekend and sharing so many of your beautiful colored images with us, Cynthia.
It was a
Um,
pleasure. Thank you so much.
yeah, and thanks for teaching us your technique, and I love your style. I feel like I know your work when I see it because of the hair.
The hair, lots of
Yeah,
hair.
I think you totally have, like, a signature kind of, artist style with, the way that you color your hair, so thanks for, like, sharing that with us because, you're not keeping your secrets to yourself. I think that's
Oh
awesome.
no, definitely. I believe in sharing. No problems.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, everybody. Well, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of Nurse Appreciation Week. Enjoy the rest of Teacher Appreciation Week. Terry tutors, so happy Teacher Appreciation Week, Terry. And enjoy. What was the other one that we're celebrating?
It was scrapbook, National
Oh,
Scrapbook Day.
yes, the one that's very that all of us can really.
Yeah, all
Oh
the
my.
sales and discounts today.
Yeah, you can tell we're at the end of the stream when I'm like, yes, happy National Scrapbooking Day. And if you are celebrating Taco Week, happy
Oh,
Taco Week as well. All right. Have fun, everybody. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.